What up guys, I'm Thales and we're back with another how to slice. So let's go to the video. So this is the running tiger. As you can see, this is a really nice model to print. This is a fun articulated tiger with a mechanism and a button on top of it. So this is a really nice model, and in this video we're going to be checking out the best print settings to print it. So let's go to the print settings. Over here in layers and perimeters, we're going to be printing this model as 0.18 millimeters, so we can get a better quality print. It's going to reduce each layer, so the size of each layer. This way it's going to have more layers and more quality, but it's going to take more time. But in this video we're going to be prioritizing quality, so it's not gonna gain too much time on your print, but I do recommend, so we get a really sturdy and beautiful model. For vertical shells, we're gonna leave it at 3. 3 is a really nice value because we're gonna get a tiger that is really robust, and sometimes you're gonna give this model to a kid and it needs to be really rigid so the kid doesn't break the model. So we're gonna leave it at 3 vertical shells. As for infill, we're gonna be increasing this value to around 12% in gyroid infill pattern, so we can get a really robust model. As for skirt and brim, this model, it would need brim because it doesn't have the best bed adhesion, but if you add brim to these articulated models, it's hard to remove, and sometimes it can break the effect of the articulations because some parts can connect. So let's say right here you add brim, these two parts will connect and they will not move, and it's a struggle to remove all of the brim. So to make sure we do not need to add brim, always make sure you clean your build plate, so remove all the dust, the oils from your finger, so make sure you do not touch on top of the build plate, and always clean with some dish soap, isopropyl alcohol, just to make sure you got a really clean build plate and a really clean surface to print on, because the plastic is not gonna glue. So PLA or any filament that you are using, it's not gonna glue to the build plate if you have a dusty and dirty build plate. If you have some bad adhesion issues, I do recommend using some glue sticks. It can be a nice option. So we're not going to be adding brim. For support material, we're not going to be adding support material because this model is optimized for printing. Just make sure over here in speed, the first layer speed is at around 20 millimeters. For Bambu Lab printers, is around 50 or 60. I do recommend reducing to 40 just to get a good quality print. A first layer is really important because all of the other layers are gonna go on top of the first one. If you have a really bad first layer, all of the other layers are gonna messed up and they're not gonna look good. So make sure you reduce this value. Over here in small perimeters, you can be reducing to around 55 millimeters a second, and over here in bridges you can be reducing to 55, just to make sure you got a good quality print. So let's just slice to take a look. So we have slice, and it's gonna take 9 hours and 2 minutes to print. It looks quite nice. If we go down the layers, you see that there is this mechanism, so a lot of bridges and overhangs, but your printer can print quite fine. If we go over here to speed, you'll see that it reduces the speed while printing the overhangs. So this model looks fantastic. So as for the multicolor version, as you can see, it enhances a lot the model. Everything is shown for you, and the other configurations for the monocolor will apply to the multicolor version. Just for the multicolor version, I always recommend printing more than one model in a single build plate, because if you print just one model, it's gonna waste the prime tower and flush filament. If you print 2 models, it's gonna waste the same amount of filament, but now you're gonna have 2 models. So the proportional filament waste is the same. It reduces the proportional filament ways. So this is quite nice. So make sure you print more than one model while printing in multicolor to save your precious filament. So the model is ready to print. Make sure you check out stlflix.com for more models like this one, and I'll see you in another one.
I hope you guys enjoy it. Those slicing videos are an initiative from STL Academy, which is the educational project from STL Flix. So if you guys want to learn more about 3D printing, you could check our description and look at STL Academy courses. And don't forget, see you guys at the next slicing.